Caitlin Clark enjoys LPGA Pro-Am with teammates Lexie, Sophie Cunningham, who hit a fan. Bel Air, Florida. Toward the end of her warm-up Wednesday on the range at Pelican Golf Club, Caitlin Clark turned around and asked her team about the whereabouts of her Fever teammates Sophie Cunningham and Lexie. "Shouldn't they be supporting me right now?" Clark deadpanned. Moments later, Cunningham and Hull emerged, talking excitedly about the Secret Service and exploring the pockets of their caddy bibs. "Did you put snacks in here?" asked Cunningham. "Maybe a beer?" The addition of Cunningham and Hull as guest celebrity caddies at the Annika driven by Gainbridge at Pelican turned the best Pro-Am day of the year on the LPGA into a bona fide team event. The chemistry between the trio of Fever athletes made Clark's second appearance on the LPGA all the more entertaining. The already engaging Clark looked even more comfortable inside the ropes playing her second favorite sport. The banter came easy and the smiles were contagious. As the caddies took a turn on the 10th tee, officials urged the crowd to move back, giving more room for error. "I think Happy Gilmore would be really proud of me, so I'm feeling pretty good about my shot to be honest," said Cunningham, rushed down the rope line to tend to a fan who'd been hit, offering to sign the golf ball. "I feel like the last time I hit a golf ball I killed a squirrel, so I just don't know if this is my scene, but I would like to win that car behind us." As Cunningham's shot flew into the gallery, Clark interrupted her celebration to say, "Man down. Man down." While Cunningham raced to the fan, others collapsed to the ground in an attempt to get her attention. Hull's Duff, meanwhile, dribbled off the tee. She said she'd like a do-over, noting that she likes to play with her fiancé, who loves the game. Clark and her teammates hung out in her villa over by the practice area at Pelican on Tuesday night, and she asked Cunningham to grab a club and make a swing. "I don't know what I was expecting, but it was a lot better than I was expecting," said Clark. "I don't know, I've seen Lexie golf too. She's pretty good. She's better than she did on the 10th tee box today. She teed the ball up too low, was using my driver, so you got to give them a little room for error. I think they would both be pretty good if they practiced a little bit at it. I think they were fine just drinking their drinks and walking around, so they'll probably just stick with that." Clark, though competitive, doesn't take her golf too seriously. Regardless of how she's hitting it, she's able to make sure everyone around her has a good time, which makes for a compelling product on a day that's all about growing women's sports. The Golf Channel produced a 3-hour program centered around Clark's Pro-Am round, which is a longer live TV window than what will be shown on the weekend at Pelican. There will be an extra hour of streaming. The gallery around the 18th on Wednesday was better than many Sundays on the LPGA. This year, tournament officials created an autograph zone for kids, which made for a more organized and civilized finish. Gainbridge won a Sports Business Journal's Brand Activation of the Year award for their work with Clark at the 2024 LPGA event. While Clark was actually on site one less day this time around, the energy she brings to the LPGA's penultimate event is undeniable. Last year, according to media data tracked by Gainbridge, there were 395 television segments that mentioned Caitlin Clark and the Annika, including SportsCenter, Pardon the Interruption, and Get Up. On the Pro-Am day alone, there were 2,693 posts on X mentioning Caitlin Clark playing in the Pro-Am that generated 241,704 engagements and 18,325,849 impressions. The tournament's Instagram account saw a 591% increase in views year over year, while the tournament's website saw traffic increase by 121%. "I think she just elevates everyone who's around her," said Cunningham of her friend Clark. "She's a phenomenal player, generational player, and I think everyone sees that. We missed her out on the court this year, but depending on the CBA and what's going on, hopefully we're all together again. I think the thing about Caitlin, is she's a great person. She's fun, silly, kind of still just a kid, so a lot of people see her in a serious light, but we get to see the goofy side to her. At Pelican, fans get to see that side of Clark, too. And, at least for a day, the LPGA can rise up to meet her." The sun glistened off the greens at Pelican Golf Club as Caitlin Clark stepped up to the tee box, driver in hand and her trademark focus radiating across the fairway. But this wasn't just any basketball arena. This was the LPGA Pro-Am, where the Indiana Fever star swapped her sneakers for golf spikes and joined forces with her WNBA teammates Lexie and Sophie Cunningham for a day that was equal parts competition, laughter, and unexpected drama. The trio's chemistry, honed through the battles of the WNBA season, was on full display, though golf, it turns out, had a few surprises of its own in store. From the hardwood to the fairway, Caitlin Clark has made headlines in every sport she touches lately, and this time, her name lit up the LPGA marquee. Known for her record-breaking scoring and fiery competitiveness on the basketball court, Clark took to the golf course with the same intensity, but also a sense of playfulness. "This is way harder than hitting a three," she joked after her first drive sailed just off the fairway. Her teammates Lexie and Sophie Cunningham joined in on the fun, adding their own flair to the outing. Hull, ever the steady shooter and the team's quiet anchor, showcased surprising form with her swing, smooth, deliberate, and accurate. Meanwhile, Cunningham, known for her bold energy and humor, brought a contagious vibe to the course, right up until she had a moment she'll never forget. The hit that wasn't supposed to happen. Midway through the round, Sophie Cunningham stepped up to the tee box, her sunglasses low, her confidence high. "All right, y'all, watch and learn," she said, giving her driver a spin like she was twirling a basketball. With Clark and Hull cheering her on, Sophie lined up, swung, and smack. The ball went soaring, just not exactly where she planned. A sharp gasp came from the crowd as the shot veered sharply to the right, landing uncomfortably close to a spectator near the rope line. The crowd tensed, then erupted into relieved laughter as the fan, fortunately unhurt, waved off the incident with a smile. Cunningham's reaction was instant. She dropped her club, jogged over to check on the fan, and threw her hands up in apology. "Guess I need to work on my aim off the court too." She laughed, earning cheers and good-natured teasing from her teammates. Clark, never one to miss an opportunity for a good line, quipped, "That's what happens when Sophie brings her defensive energy to golf." The incident quickly went viral online, with clips circulating under headlines like, "Sophie Cunningham's shot goes rogue, but Caitlin Clark's reaction steals the show," turning mishaps into memories. Instead of dampening the mood, the accident became a running joke for the rest of the day. Sophie was dubbed the people's caddy after she spent the next few holes checking on fans, handing out water, and poking fun at herself. "Next time I'm wearing a helmet," one fan joked. Sophie laughed and replied, "You and me both."